So the iPhone 12 is finally here, and in this video, we are going to compare it to the Samsung Galaxy S20. So to kick things off, the iPhone 12 has a new 6.1-inch OLED panel, so Apple has officially left the LCD panel for a new Super Retina display, which makes 460 pixels per inch, and this thing also has a new ceramic coating, which makes the display 4 times stronger and more durable. Now the S20 has a 6.2-inch AMOLED display, making 563 pixels per inch, and the biggest benefit it has is a 120Hz refresh rate display, which the iPhone doesn't. So here the S20 wins fair and square. Now the S20 also has a Snapdragon 865 or the Exynos 990 depending on where you are. You have the Adreno 650 GPU, 4000 mAh battery, 8 or 12 gigs of RAM, ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, and 5G. And the iPhone 12 has the A14 Bionic. We have the Apple GPU, a 2850 mAh battery, we have 4 gigs of RAM and Face ID. And just like the S20, the iPhone 12 also has 5G. It is actually standard across the range, so all the new iPhones have 5G. So both the phones here have their own pros and cons. Now the iPhone 12 has a new 12 megapixel sensor, so it's a wide angle, but the aperture is now f1.6. We also have a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor. The iPhone 12 can do 4K up to 60 frames and 1080 up to 240. But the S20 has a 12 megapixel wide sensor, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, but it has a 64 megapixel telephoto lens. And S20 can also do 8K at 24 frames per second. You can also do 4K up to 60 FPS and 720p up to 960 FPS. And you have a 10 megapixel front camera that can do 4K at 60 frames per second. Now the iPhone has a 12 megapixel sensor that can do 4K at 60 and 1080 at 120. Now the S20 comes in cosmic gray, auto red, cloud blue, cloud pink, and cloud white. The prices start at $999. The stock storage is 128 and it is expandable. And the iPhone 12 comes in 2 new colors. We have blue and green, and we also have black, red, and white. And the prices start at $799. The storage is not expandable. It starts at 64, goes all the way up to 256, and obviously it is not expandable like the S20. Now both of them have their own pros and cons. Both of them are IP68 certified. The S20 has no headphone jack, neither does the iPhone 12, but the S20 has a 120Hz refresh rate display, which the iPhone 12 obviously doesn't. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Again, as I said, they have their own pros and their own